How do you rebuild a relationship with a father who's never learned how to talk to you? I always thought my dad was made of steel. Quiet steel, but steel nonetheless. The kind of man who fixed things without being asked, paid bills without complaining, and communicated mostly through nods and grunts. So when my brother called saying dad had collapsed at work and been rushed to the hospital, the floor under me shifted. Steel wasn't supposed to bend. I drove down to Richmond the next morning, hands shaking on the wheel, rehearsing conversations we'd never had, apologies we never said, questions I never asked. It felt ridiculous, like studying for an exam that covered 40 years of silence. When I stepped into his hospital room, he looked smaller, less steel, more human. He had tubes in his arms and a heart monitor softly beeping, but his eyes were the same. Calm, distant, unreadable. "Hey, Dad," I said, standing awkwardly at the foot of the bed. He nodded, classic him. "You drove all the way here?" "Yeah, wanted to see you." I tried to sound casual, but my voice cracked anyway. He didn't comment, also classic him. After a minute of silence, I pulled a chair close. "You scared us," I said, keeping my tone light so it didn't sound like an accusation. He shrugged, which almost made me laugh. It was such a ridiculous reaction to a heart attack. "Doctors say I'll be okay." "Good. That's good." We sat there listening to the monitor. Beep, beep, beep. Each one felt like it was keeping time with everything we'd left unsaid. I finally blurted, "Dad, can we talk? Really talk?" He looked at me then. Really looked. Like he was assessing whether I meant it. About what? I almost backed out, but I didn't drive 5 hours to pretend everything was fine. "About us. I know you're not big on feelings, but you're my dad, and I don't want our relationship to just be holiday phone calls and birthday texts we forget half the time." His jaw tightened. I'd seen that look before. His walls up expression. "I'm not good at this stuff." "I know, I'm not asking you to become someone else. I just want to know you before something happens and I can't." He stared straight ahead, the monitor's glow reflecting off his face. For a second, I thought I'd pushed too hard. Then he sighed, a long, tired sigh that sounded 40 years overdue. "I wasn't close with my own father," he said quietly. "Didn't know how to do better. Figured if I provided, that was enough." "It wasn't nothing," I told him, "but I wanted more." He nodded, slow. "I know." We didn't magically solve everything in that moment. There was no dramatic string music, no sudden emotional breakthrough. But he reached out, hesitantly, and let his hand rest on mine, a small gesture, but huge for him. "Let's try," he said. And that was enough for me. For the first time in my life, it felt like a door had opened. Not wide, but open. And this time I wasn't walking away from it.